How we doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggly. I'm Mo, and today we're starting. I guess we'll grab this. We're starting our Elder Scrolls Day. So, of course, today is another long day of streaming. We are streaming for, well, right here, Extra Life Children's Miracle Network, by raising money for the kids, the sick and injured kids at Children's Miracle Network hospitals, and all the different things that they do for the kids. Through this weekend, or through this week, because it is tabletop appreciation, I figured let's stream as much as we can, raise as much money as we can during this week. But again, we do raise money all year round. You can donate at any time. It's really not mandatory to do it right now. But as an incentive to do it right now, we are doing a couple giveaways. So during some of the streams, I will be giving away some games that I have available. Other times, it will just be letting you know that we are doing a big bundle giveaway. You can go out to Extra Life page and make certain donation levels to get a certain number of entries, anywhere between, I think, is it 1 or 10 is the lowest, and 115 is the highest, right? $30 to get you 115 entries into the giveaway. I want a big thank you to whoever made a donation yesterday entered the giveaway. They are currently the only ones, so right now they will win the games. There are a couple that I have set, like Frozen Frontier and so forth, but the rest of them you'll be able to choose from the games that we are culling. Right now it'll be sitting at about 5 games in the collection, but for each, I haven't set the thing, I'd say for each each $50 we raise this week, I'll just add another game into the mix. So it has been a while since I have played Elder Scrolls, just a little while. I see David out there in the chat. Thank you, David, for joining me. David keeps me company during these big, long Extra Life playthroughs or game day weeks. So I am zoomed out a bit. Again, I'm not zoomed out all the way this time because when we do our delves, it's going to take a lot of room. So hopefully we're zoomed out as much as we need to. If not, I'll be jumping up on top of a chair to do that. But again, it's been a little while since I played. So because of that, I think I am going to start with the Jailbreak scenario, just to kind of get my feet wet again. I will probably make rules mistakes. It's guaranteed I'll make rules mistakes. I make them anyways, but now I'm playing like 24 games over the course of the 7 days. So there's a lot to try to keep in my brain in a very short amount of time. I did choose to go with the Dark Elf. My plan is to do a Dark Elf Necromancer. We'll just have to see if that's how the Jailbreak scenario pans out. There is a guy on BGG, Daniel. He seems to make a lot of content around this, and he's got like a build here using a destruction staff, the necromancer, the light armor, and there was one other thing that he has added into that. So we'll try to follow his build if we can. If I remember, I will link to his video. Do you think this game is good, even as someone who doesn't know the video game? I barely know the video game, and I like it. The story, I'm going to tell you, the story is very loose. You read story, but like, do you remember what you read 5 minutes ago by the time you're done the next thing? Nope. Most of the scenarios that you read the story for, it's like a paragraph. The story is very loose. Unfortunately, I was going to have a giveaway during these streams. Chip Theory Games is supposed to send me some promos for the Calling for Charity, but it did not come with the 20 strong. So we're thinking the guys that pack up the review copies for us, for them, forgot and didn't miss that little note to send us some previews. So unfortunately, I don't have giveaways for these. Because I really have nothing to go along with Elder Scrolls. I could go out and buy a Steam key if somebody was interested in Elder Scrolls on Steam. But with that said, let's go ahead and we'll read our Jailbreak encounter flavor text. We'll go through our Jailbreak. We'll keep going from there. I've got 3 streams scheduled for today of this. It might get pushed to the 4th stream, which means that Adventure Origins gets pushed out. But we'll see. I can always play Adventure Origins as a lunchtime stream next week. So here we go. We're starting off. Jailbreak Introduction Encounter. You awaken in a dark, rough-walled holding cell somewhere in Tamriel. You've been imprisoned for some charge or another, protesting your innocence in vain all the while, but it seems you're stuck in here for the time being. As you rein yourself to some time cooling, your heels behind the bars. However, a weathered-looking red guard approaches your cell, clutching the keys in hand. You sit up and take notice. "You there," he says in a coarse whisper. "Listen, My name is Bodine. I represent a guild of like-minded individuals called the Outer Watch. We are small, preferring to remain behind the scenes, but we work for the betterment of the communities to avoid all around Tamriel. We help people advocate for themselves, assist places that need it, and explore political corruption and more. Actually, I added an and then we had a double and. You look at him blankly. You're in a jail cell after all, and you've never seen him before in your life. Right, he says, remembering himself. I'm here because the Watch believes you have potential. Too much to be locked away for the gods know how long. Subject to the whims of the corrupt jailers. Now you're really paying attention. I will let you out of here, he continues, flashing his key. What you do after is up to you. The Watch needs good help these days, as one of our number, a wood elf named Deslandra, has gone rogue. She's decided that the Watch was thinking too small, that for justice to truly come to Tamriel, the only solution is to get rid of the magic completely. She believes this will be the great leveler, keeping the magically powerful from the prying and the weak. But how much would be lost in the process? We need help to stop her, as her resources are considerable, but we won't force anything on you. This is, he chuckles, an unconditional release. His key turns in the lock, and he's gone. You consider his words, but before you decide how to make your way into Tamriel, you must first escape. Players can choose to start the game in classic Elder Scrolls tradition, with their adventurers fighting to escape imprisonment. This encounter introduces players to the battle rules as it acts as a final step of the adventure creation. The achievements of the adventurers in this battle determine their available class options. For a more structured approach to learning the game through this encounter, you can follow an extended example in this battle and a separate tutorial guide. As you play this battle, reference the following as needed. Adventurer map, stats, skills, cooldown tracks, active slots are explained on page 18 through 24. Battle rules are explained on page 54. Caches and lockpicking are explained on 68 through 70. Basic setup. Put the jailbreak in place. Follow setup procedures as described on page 12-13 of the following exceptions. So we did not put all of the things. Hey, Raul, Mr. Ortiz. We did not put all of the baddies in there. It's only like 5 different baddies they give us. Do not set the party's XP dial. I did, but it doesn't matter. Set the party's XP to 1 instead of 2. Okay, we're starting at 1. 1 instead of 2. Place the class tile in the board area. Then place the cache of chips and the hex and the diagrams below. So we are going to get us a treasure key. Hello, treasure. And then we are going to pull chips based on our XP. No, not based on our XP. How would we do it based on our XP? Our XP is 1. Which means we would only pull 1 tile. Oh, I guess we had to keep reading. Draw and deploy 1 enemy chip from the 1/5 bag for each adventure in the game. For reference, so this is equivalent of calculating enemy pool. Deploy each enemy with its level 1 black border side face up. Oh, so we're only gonna have 1 bad guy. Okay, we have 1 bad guy. We're escaping jail, and there's only one warden keeping us in. Who is the warden? Now, when I played this the first time, I did play 2-handed, so I figured let me just play regular solo. So we have a Night Elf Bandit, and he is going to go right about there. And he has 3 hit points. 3 hit points, which I guess isn't bad, because all I've got is 2 combat dice. I can't do much of anything right now. I have no weapons. I have nothing to show for myself. All right. Yeah, each is to put about of HP equal to their health. Okay. Deploy each adventurer. Yeah, so I'm right there. Guess I maybe. How come I can only move 2? So 1, 2. I can't even move. I can't even get to him in 1 turn. Well, that sucks. Because I don't have ranged either yet. So 1, 2. Yeah, no matter what, I can't get to him in 1 turn. So that's fine. Playing the battle. Jailbreak encounters unique battle objective. The adventurers must either defeat all enemies on the map or all undefeated adventurers must escape. An adventurer may escape at the start of their turn if they occupy one of the green hexes at the far end of the clash tile. Okay, so these three is the escape. We gotta go up these little stairs right there. All right, makes sense. After the battle ends, check that you have recorded. Okay, so there's different checklist here, which is it's random how they're going to assign your abilities. But if you defeat the high elf, if you defeat who you defeat, basically gives you an achievement. If you exceed at the lockpick, it's going to give you an achievement. If you escape first, which is guaranteed to happen. If you take the first turn, which is guaranteed to happen. If you're the first to take damage from range, this guy even range. Ooh, come here, you. Oh, he has dodge though, which isn't fun. Is he range? No, he's not range. Right? No. No. He's got a bow and arrow, which makes me think he's ranged. That's what's it's kind of confusing me because it looks like he is. So will you fight or sneak? We're gonna fight. I need like I said, I need a refresher, which is why we're doing this part here, the jailbreak. Where's the page with the enemy chips? Enemy chips. So I got to remember what the enemy chips do. Battle rules. Here we go. 10 is their target. Targets the number of units the enemy can engage during this turn. Okay, so 1. Yeah. Where's his range? Always forget range. There you go. 7. 7 is... Okay, 7 is the purple. That's what I thought. Okay, so his range is 4. So he can hit me even standing at the gate. All right, so his range is 4. Let's keep this open so I can remember what his chips do. All right, and then he does have dodge, which I think means I gotta be up on him to hit him. When this unit is engaged by an opposing unit, prevent damage dealt to this unit equal to the number of rolled dice that do not deal damage. Oh, he's the worst one to get. He's probably not even gonna let me be a necromancer is the problem. Okay. All right. So we're I guess gonna go. So my movement is limited to my stamina. So my movement is 2. And then my attack is limited to my stamina, so my attack is 2. Which is why I want to go magic. So, can I get away from him? 1, 2, 3, 4. No matter where I move, he's going to be able to shoot me. Unless I started further back, because then I would do 1, 2, and he would do 1, 2, 3. No, he'd still be able to hit me. There's really no way for me not to take damage. It's just not possible. Because he's going to hit me no matter where I go. Speaking of hitting me, we might need some bad guy dice. He is hitting for... How many dice is he rolling? How many dice is he rolling? 8. Where is 8? Oh no, the yellow is the combat dice. Yeah, I was looking 10. They had a 10 in the middle of the picture. 10 is that one. Yeah, so he's only rolling 1 combat dice. We only need 1. So he's not going to do too much damage, and he can miss. Loves the game, but find the rules you need is difficult. Yeah, there's just a lot of like keywords, a lot of like little nuances in the rules. It's a lot. Most, I think, your playtime the first couple times is just trying to figure out the rules again. All right, so that's fine. We'll stay here. The problem is if I eliminate him, then I can't open the cache. I want to open the cache. So we're gonna hug the edge. We're gonna go 2. All right. And then move my party. Trigger no. Track quest, end of day phase. No, that's I want the combat turn. There we go. Start of turn, recovery. End of turn. Engage breakdown. No. Choose battle form. I'm in attack form. Declare target. Well, that would have been my target, but he's off there. Gather and roll dice. I can't roll dice. Resolve the dice. Units react. Where's the enemy turn order? Yeah, it's been a while. I even watched a playthrough last night as I was going to bed, but that's probably the problem. I watched that as I was going to bed. There you go. Start a round, fatigue, adventures, companions. There we go. Enemy turns. Each enemy on the map takes a turn, starting with the highest level, working downwards, and then end of round. Turn sequence on page 64. At least they do a good job of like putting which page you need to go to. All right, start of turn. Triggers any abilities? No. Move. They can move up to 2 hexes, only if there's no targetable unit. There is a targetable unit. Engage. Determine the targets, number of opposing units, and value are within its range and sight. Yeah. Okay. So he's going to 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm within range. So he's going to, because right, it said that the scenario ends if I kill him. I was like, I could go kill him first, but then I won't be able to loot. Well, I can because it's on my turn, right? It's still my turn. So it doesn't end immediately. It ends, I think, at the end of my turn. The battle ends at the end of a round if all enemies are defeated, all adventurers are defeated, or we've escaped. So maybe I didn't want to go. Maybe I do want to go over to him. So let's change that because I can do both of this in one round as long as I don't spend my movement, because then I can spend my movement after I attack. So we'll do that. We'll go 1, 2, because then on the next turn I can go 1, 2, and I'll be next to both of these, and then I can attack and loot all in one turn. Okay, let's do that instead. All right, so he hit me for 2 right off the bat with no defense. That's how that works. All right. So back to me. I don't know if I'm supposed to be tracking the number of turns, but let's go ahead and do this so I remember to get in the habit of doing this. I don't like this. Is one of the part of the games I don't like. I don't like getting the over fatigue. I think in like the easy mode, over fatigue shouldn't exist. Then we'll go 1, 2 again. We will do the weapons cache. Get this. All right, so we need a 2, 3, 5. All right, so we got a 3. I can retry this 3 times, so let's try again. We got our 5. Please be a low number so I don't have to take too much fatigue. Ooh, 2. Look at that. 2, 3, 5. We got our first item is a pebble pal. It's a rock. You may place 1 HP chip on this rock, this companion, to deal 1 damage to an enemy in a single fight. You may not place more than 1 HP on this companion at the same time. Once there are 5 HP chips on this companion, discard it. Oh, okay, so basically I can do 5. My companion, this little companion guy that's now with me, is going to allow me to do up to 5. Can you learn magic in this game? Yeah, so that's the reason people really like this, David, compared to like Too Many Bones, is like what you can be and the different types of magic and abilities. Like these are all the starting classes. And this is before the new expansion that just came out or just was on crowdfunding, right? And then this, right? This is all the different abilities. Like those are the classes, and then each of these is an ability. So there's tons of customization in this game, and that's why like people really like this, because of how kind of open and free it is to be able to customize your character. All right, so we are going to attack Mr. Man there. He has 3 hit points, which means we're taking another whack to the face. Or maybe we're not. That is 3 damage. Maybe we are not. All right, that goes down to my cooldown track. We have defeated that guy. We have opened the chest. And as that was pretty much it, because now that's the end of the round. That is as anticlimactic as that can get, because in solo there was only one guy. We do, of course, we are short on some hit points. So we have completed the escape from prison. So we will continue with that. That was very anticlimactic. And watch, it's going to give me a character I don't want anyways. And then, therefore, because it's going to give me a character I don't want, I'm pretty much going to have to discard my Pebble Pal, which I guess I really don't care about, to get the class I want. All right, so. End of battle cleanup. After the battle ends, follow the end of battle cleanup steps on page 86. But place all the level 1, level 5 into their any bag instead of only the 5 used for this battle. All right, so we need to fill our bag back up. So we're going to put him in there. We're going to take the rest of them that weren't in there, go in there. And then we actually need our Valenwood, because I did not put them in, because I was going to wait. That's Black March, which means this is probably Valenwood. Price is 73 to 375. Yeah, there's a lot, because like there's the base game and then there's one expansion and then there's other expansions. David, I don't know if the crowdfunding campaign is still up or not. I don't know if the late pledge is up. But normally, I mean, Chip Theory does not. So here's the thing, David. Chip Theory never charges more than what they charge on crowdfunding. Well, they might charge more than what they charge on crowdfunding because you get your discount on crowdfunding. But they never like, it's never like a huge amount different compared to, let's mix up these Valenwoods because they're kind of sitting on top now. Than what you would expect, right? Whereas a lot of publishers like, oh, it'll be $50 on crowdfunding and then it's $200 on once they get it, right? Once they put it on their stores. So, but yeah. Also place all 10-20 chips in their bag. Remove any exhaustion, any remaining dice from your active slots. Recover any drain dice. Leave skill, status, light fatigue, or over fatigue dice in your cooldown track. Keep any tenacity and items you gain during this battle, unless you decide not to have your class choice of the achievement see below. Alright, so class rewards. After the battle, adventures normally complete the reward phase to gain XP on their encounter and spend it. Set of XP, this battle reward, each adventurer with the choice of several classes based on the achievements they completed. Further reward list below. Resurrected players do not look at this list until after the battle. After considering classes that are earned based on the achievements then chooses one of their classes in Valenwood. An adventurer with fewer than 2 classes to choose from must wait until every adventure of the class. Yeah, so that's fine. So we get to, as long as they don't sell retail before they deliver profit. No, I don't think Chip Theory ever has. I don't think they've ever done that. All right. All adventurers were defeated. Nope, that didn't happen. All right, so defeat the High Elf Bandit. Oh, dang it. Who are we fighting? You're fighting the High Elf Bandit? Defeat the skull. So the skeleton's what we needed for the Necromancer. So I already know that I'm not going to listen to this because I want to be the Necromancer. So, choosing a non-achievement class. If the adventurer does not want to choose from that, they must lose all tenacity and discard any items they gain during their turn. So we discard our pet rock. Goodbye, pet rock. We lose all tenacity, but I didn't get any tenacity, so I guess that doesn't matter. How would I have gained tenacity? I always forget. How do I gain tenacity? Tenacity. How would I have gained tenacity in that turn? So I know that one character I played once, they got tenacity every time they started in the magic form. So it was like it was a guaranteed 1 tenacity per turn. Tenacity 1825. Also see social check. Oh, class and social check. So 18 and 25. got a thing for bones, right? No, I actually, when I played like Diablo, I did Necromancer once. I thought that was fun. I think solo is the main reason, because I want minions. I want things to go fight for me, because solo can be brutal. When you gain tenacity, oh, okay. I might have gained tenacity with the dice. That's right. There's a tenacity dice. I remember now. Okay, so yeah, based on okay, yeah. So yeah, Rao got it. All right, so we're gonna come back. We're gonna rest because it's gonna have us rest anyways. Yeah, so that whole thing was basically a waste of my time. But we're gonna be the Necromancer. There we go, Necromancer. All right, rest of you. Oh, and then David, you were asking about like other stuff. So then you have all of these races as well. So well, you have duplicates. Like there's 2 high elves, 2 Argonians, and then they're double sided, right? But you have lots of different races, and each of the races has different abilities as well. So there's a lot of customization. You've got people like the Daniel that I mentioned. He has done, like, I think he said over 100 plus solo playthrough campaigns, which is like, 3-part campaign. So there's a lot. All right. So we are a Necromancer. So in order for me to become a master, I need to have 3 or more chips in your necrosis stack when you are defeated. So I have to die, basically. Minimancer with a side of death. Yeah, well, yeah, I need to die to upgrade myself, and I have to have 3 or more chips in my necrosis stack. Not sure what that is. At least 1 enemy took damage during your engage. Place 1 HP chip here. Max of 6. Okay, so if an enemy, okay, so if I attack an enemy, I put a chip here, and it goes up to 6. Okay. Boneyard. For every 2 chips in your necrosis stack, ignore 1 defense on your target. Bone armor. Remove 2 chips from your necrosis stack and place them under your own chip of that of a companion, or that of a companion. So we basically get to heal. Blast bones. Move 6 chips from your necrosis stack, then draw 3 random level 1 enemies from the enemy bag, deploying them to unoccupied hexes in range. They act as companions controlled by you. Each of those companions is defeated after it takes its turn. That's cool. Spiritual Guardian. So I have 5 in my stack. Move any number of chips from your stack and place them under a level 1 enemy from the defeated stack. Then deploy that enemy to an unoccupied adjacent hex as a companion controlled by you. Remains its current HP between battles. You may only have 1 Spiritual Guardian at a time. And then when I upgrade, everything upgrades. So the way you can tell if it upgrades is that it adds this little white dots here to do that. Khajiit Sneak Thief with archery for fun time. Yeah, that'd be fun. Game scales well with 1 to 4 players. Yeah, so when we get to an actual battle, you'll see, David, the battles are defined by the XP of the entire party. So this dial here is the party's XP, right? So as the party's XP increases, then you spawn based on this. Basically, you spawn up to the XP amount. So if the XP is 2, then I need to spawn 2 level 1s. If the XP is 5, then I spawn 1 level 5. If the XP is 7, I need to spawn 1 level 5 and 2 level 2s. That's why it's not recommended to ever go into a battle one before a multiple of 5, right? So we would not want to go into battle on a 9 because that would spawn a 5 and 4 1s. Now for me, if I got chips, that's not a bad idea because I can just throw those chips out on all the level 1s and they become my minions, right? But yeah, it does scale, from my understanding. I've not played at higher player counts besides 2-handed. It scales pretty well. But it is brutal at the beginning because you don't have really anything that you can do. All right, so let's continue our thing. Ventures you typically rest after the encounters. During your rest, each player heals some HP or removes one die from their choice from their cooldown track. However, after Jailbreak, this temporary refuge with the party's new guild acts like an end action, which can be taken during town encounters. Thus, the adventurers now heals to their maximum HP and clears all dice from their cooldown track. Basically, they're just resetting. That's why I said that whole Jailbreak thing was a waste of time. Choosing a starting quest. Return to page 13 and resume step 7. All right, so we are going to choose our guild. So we're going to choose a guild here. All right. Set up a guild. Set up a guild. Take these. Oh yeah, I forgot to delete recordings. Let me delete some recordings. I don't think I'm going to lose internet connection, but now it's a little bit too late for this playthrough. I said this last night and then I didn't do it. All of you. And delete. Yes, permanently delete. Do not delete my unboxings. There we go. Although I don't think it'll start recording. Well, I guess I could hit the start recording now. And it'll start recording again. There we go. All right, so we have a bunch of different guilds. So we are going to randomly choose... we got to place our overland tokens in their starting locations. So one thing I didn't do, and now probably playing this, I'm realizing I probably should have, is they offered a magnetic board, but it was part of the... It was part of the storage box, and I didn't get the storage box. Maybe I could have gotten the storage box. All right, so we have all of these things. I don't know where we're starting. I guess we're starting based on where they tell us to start. So we need trackers for our influence. One there. This is what I said. This is going to be the not fun part because I'm going to have to slide this whole thing over. We may lose these trackers when I do that. I think the book will tell us what we need to do. That's fine. All right. First session of the campaign. Shuffle the guild deck. There we go. So it's 3. So we have all these guilds. Oh, I can see. It says shuffle, but it's kind of weird saying shuffle when I can still see what they are. All right. So 1, 2, 3. All right. So these are the guilds. I've been saying so a lot, I've noticed. I don't know why when I started doing that. We have the Undaunted, the Mages Guild, or the Thieves Guild. So, the Undaunted, knowing no fear of beast or blade, the Undaunted are a group of daring treasure hunters who throw themselves headlong into the delves and dungeons for fame and fortune. They laugh in the face of death and Daedra for a chance of glory, honor, and treasure. The party focuses on delves. Mages Guild, a diverse collection of magic builders brought together for the common purpose of research, magical experimentation, and teaching. The Mages Guild is one of the most well-known assembly of sorcerers and mystics in all of Tamriel. The party focuses on aid and fact-finding missions. This often includes playing with an allied unit. Thieves Guild. Thieves Guild is a continent-spanning association of criminals dedicated to thief and duplicity. Its members are guided by the guild's professional code, which keeps larceny levels acceptable for most local authorities. The party focuses on criminal enterprise. This often includes heist-like battles to retrieve specific items or people. I think we want to go with the Mages Guild. That seems the most thematic, right? So we are going to pledge to the Mages Guild, which means I don't need these to get in that box for the time being. So we are doing the Mages build. So in the Mages Guild, we have an extra option, Guild Hall Study. For your guild kiosk town action, discard 1 potion or I don't know, I forget what the little diamond things are, to train any one type of skill line from the trainer bag. So this will allow us to get more. Race, class, guild is just so you know what quests to go on. It's really where the guild is. No, the last thing is your skills. So these tracks interconnect. You can only have so much in each track, whether you go from the left or the right. And as we get more skills, we'll put them in these spots. So let me make sure I have this playmat set up based on how Daniel says it should be. So he's got the stamina at the top. He put stamina here. And then mana here. And then combat. All right, so I guess I'm going to have to untrain a combat at some point, because his thing only shows 1 combat and he wants more mana. And then Destruction Staff, Daedric Summoning, Restoring Light for some healing, and then Light Armor down here at the bottom. Yeah. All right, so that's how he's got it. All right, we'll plug in our phone so we don't lose our phone. All right. So we have done that. Starting guild. Each guild contains a brief description. Return the unchosen guilds. Later sessions, your next guild quest is determined by the end of the previous session. After completing this, proceed to the first day and begin playing your session. So we are now on day 1. And then in here, it'll tell us, oh, we need to complete things by a certain time. So we need to go to the Mages Guild on page 18. Page 18. Mages Guild. Fatal Findings. Session Snapshot. Complete a delve and 2 clashes as you visit Valenesti sites around the region. You're approached by a Fondic Garrick, the Magister of Haven's Mages Guild. Now that our local branch has gotten a better handle on the damage of the recent pirate attack on the city, we are free to start helping Valenwood with the magical problems and mysteries once again, he says. I'm putting you in one of my pet projects, investigating the disappearance of Valenesti, one of Valenwood's roaming tree cities. About 200 years ago, the city simply vanished. Mages investigators from all over Tamriel have sought to figure out where Valenesti went and why, and I'd like to contribute by sending a survey team to the 4 seasonal sites where the city used to be found. I'll be sending you with 2 guilds familiar with our vast jungles, a wood elf named Linus and a wood orc named Stomalsect. I have been assured that they can be relied upon, and you'll need some help. Your first stop will be the Winter Site, where I'd like you to investigate an underground ruin named Nararumi's Prison. By High Health spirit who once trapped in these halls has since been freed, but the place is still an eyelid ruin of considerable power and danger. Perhaps the source of Valenesti's magical disappearance can be found within. Start location is the Haven. So I forget which one of these is supposed to be us. I think the one that shows like a picture of people. So the Haven. Haven. Starting down there. Special setup instructions. Set aside the level 1 Wood Elf Bandit, level 1 Orc Bandit. Well, you gotta be kidding me. You just put all these in here. Linus comes with a blanket. Yeah. So now I gotta find... Okay. That's the Wood Orc Bandit. I just need a... Is it Wood Orc Bandit? Yeah, Wood Orc Bandit. Alright, so we found the level 1 Wood Orc Bandit. And we need the level 1 Wood Elf Bandit. Nope. 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 Yes. All right. So set them aside. If person is 2, flip one of them to 5. If person is 1, flip both to their level 5 side. All right. They're level 5s. Also, set aside level 10 Hollow Predator. Guess you want to do this before you build your bag? Mm-hmm. Hollow Predator. Nope. 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 So there are actually, there it is. There are actual NPC tokens as well, but for whatever reason, in this case, they didn't want us to have NPC tokens. Don't know why. All right. So, quest objective: travel to Valenwood Winter's Site and initiate the following delve, recommended by day 4. Gain the number of player of Sky Shards. After the final Sky Shard is gained, deploy Hollow Predator to the entrance tile. If it is currently session 2, which it is, it's not. We're in session 1. Flip the Hollow Predator to level 20. Hollow Guardian instead. At the end of this encounter, return the Hollow Predator, Hollow Guardian to the bag. Ongoing step effects. The Wood Orc Bandit and the Wood Elf Bandit are companions controlled by the party in this session. One of them may be used in each non-quest step battle, and both are used in the quest step battles unless otherwise stated. When these companions are defeated, set them aside separate from the set-aside units. During the end-of-day phase, if all adventurers forego their adventurer's rest step, the party may revive one of these companions. Battle objective: eliminate the Hollow Predator. So it says we need to go to the... Did it tell me where the thing was? Valenwood Winter's Site. Ah, okay. It's these eyeballs. So Valenwood Spring. Ah, it's like 5 feet away from us. So we're trying to go there. All right, so we need to go there before day 4. All right, so let's go to Valenwood and figure out the Wood Orc Bandit is much easier than the Wood Orc Bandit. Overlay mechanics. Delisandra has been strong reputation in her home province, and she will go out of her way to make sure that anyone who dares challenge her is met with consequences. The 3 influence tracks measure Delisandра's influence in the region and how intensely that influence affects encounters. At the start of the session, place 3 of the book tokens. Okay, so it says they should be the book tokens. Don't think it really matters, but that's fine. Place 3 book counters. All right. On 0 of each influence track. When triggering an active province effect step, increase the relevant influence based on the track's icon shown. Before resolving any encounter, consult the following to determine if the encounter's associated influence track provides a negative effect for the encounter. All right, so there's these effects that are going to happen based on what each of these are set to. Basically, it says we need to spend tenacity to do town actions. If it's unstable, we can choose either option. Each adventure must discard an item. Add a level 1 enemy to the pool. Add the number of players to the EP. So basically the EP goes up by 1. Addition, Valenwood introduces a new unique minor keyword, resistance. This keyword represents the party's progress in the turning the tide of the public perception against Delisandras within the region. Like other keywords, this keyword primarily impacts the in-game quest. However, this keyword can be gained multiple times. When logging it in the campaign journal, write it once the first time you gain it, with a single tally mark for each other time you gain it. Keyword can only be gained in Valenwood and only assist you during the Valenwood endgame. Whenever you would gain this keyword, you may choose to ignore it instead reduce an influence track of your choice up to 2. At the start of session 2, if you were not in Valenwood for session 1, gain the resistance twice. Okay, so we don't need to worry about the resistance because we're not, this isn't going to be the end game. End game is the 3rd session. So we'll just be using it to take our tracks down. Yeah, and then depending on the icon, that's what we're going to increase. Native skills. So if we pull up any character that has the Valenwood in the bottom or it says native, they're going to have Ironbark. When this unit is dealt damage by non-adjacent units, its defense is increased by 1 for that engage. So basically, you want you to be next to them. Delve feature. Valenwood comes with 8 Forest Blight cards. During session setup, shuffle the cards separately and place them face down on the deck. If any adventure already has Forest Blight cards at the start of the session, exclude these cards when shuffling the deck. Different effects in Valenwood, primarily delves, may instruct adventurers to draw 1 or more of these cards. When you do, the card must be placed in your inventory. If no slots are available, you must discard an item from your pack. If your ready slots are already all occupied by Blight, you may choose either discard a new card. Okay, so you gotta keep it. While it's in your ready slot, it provides a permanent penalty to the adventurer and the party as a whole. This effect remains in play until the party leaves Valenwood or until a specific event instructs you to discard the Blight. All adventurers discard the remaining Blight if the party accepts a quest in a different province. So basically at the end of this, if I have any Blight, it goes away. Okay, so we need to go to Haven for day 1. What page is Haven? A, B, C, D? I think it's in alphabetical order. Yes. All right. So we are in Haven. Where are you? All right. Mages Guild. I need to remember this. It allows me to get a line. So if I go to my guild kiosk, I can discard stuff that I don't have. All right. So we do get 3 common items. 1, 2, 3, and 1 legendary item. All right, so Ornate Scarab. Perform an additional engage without gaining light fatigue. The engage must be in the sword, which is not what I'm going to be in. Imitation Elf Ears. Gain a stealth status die. Barnacle Crab Companion. When you would gain a status die, you may instead place 1 HP chip on this companion. Once there are 2 HP chips on this companion, discard it. So basically, I'm giving him my statuses because he's got all barnacled up. Caramelized Goat Nibbles. Discard this item. Heal the target level 1 to 5. Then heal a targetable enemy to full HP. That enemy becomes a companion. Okay, so we're giving somebody some caramelized goat niblets and he becomes our friend. All right, so now we're going to draw our trainers. So there's 6. Now in solo, this is easier because you take out all the duplicates. So we should be able to get our staff. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully, I say that. Or our Dradonic summoning. All right, so we did get our light armor. We did get, that's not our summoning. That is... we didn't get anything that we really wanted except for the light armor. So, okay. I didn't read the flavor text. Haven's history can be read in its architecture, a jumble of wood and high elf and inferior designs. It is a bustling port that is hosted pirate smugglers and invading armies with frightening regularity. Still, those who have a taste for opportunity and quick wit at times have found a haven a profitable place to make a living, provided they don't stay in one place for too long. Epicenter Trade. After each time an adventurer visits the trainer, draw a new token from the trainer bag and add it to the skill lines available to be trained. Oh, so we could get what we want. If I go and get the light armor, I could maybe get what I need. Set sail as a group, town square. At the end of the day, place the party token in Woodhearth, or okay, so I can go to another location from here. I can go to the quest board. I can go to the guild kiosk, which doesn't help me because I don't have something to discard. Alchemy station allows me to recharge potions, which I don't have any potions. Like, because I kind of think I want to go to the quest board too. but I really would like to get my staff because I have no magical spells right now. Yeah. Oh no. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it to go get the light armor. So we only get 2 actions. So in the town phase, I only get 2 actions. Let me make sure that's right. If I remember correctly, I only get 2 actions. Town encounters, 38. 37. 38. Town encounters. Real shops. Each player could take up to 2 actions in the town, or take actions granted by their abilities. I guess we go for it. So I'm going to go ahead and do the light armor. Put it there. We do not get a die immediately. We have to actually spend XP to get a die. And that unfortunately is not what we wanted. So, we only get to draw 1 new token. So I guess we are going to do the quest board. The quest board, I think we draw... Do we draw 1 quest or 3 quests? I need to get those. So they did... I didn't do this either. They did give little reminder tabs as part of the new Kickstarter, and I didn't get those. Probably should have. Losing campaign, side quests. Guild quest. All right, where's? This is what this is what Ra was mentioning earlier. Like, there's just so much that you have that, like, and this is most chip theory games. There's so much. Where's my? No, I don't want game setup. I want. There you go. No, no. Well, luckily, if you do it like this, just a tip, if you do it like this, you can see the color from when the these pages. They kind of show up a little bit better. All right, quests. Oh, no, town actions. 38. All right, traveling caravans, check town, trainer. Complete, okay. Town features, quest board. Draws 2 side quests and chooses 1 to accept. Unchosen side quests are discarded. Neither quest is accepted, both cards are discarded. Okay, so we get to draw 2. So we have 2 quests. The war, our casualties. See a series of bulletins marked by the symbol of the Outer Watch. Their headers read, help make Tamriel a better place. You're inspired. Create a stack of HP chips equal to the number of players times 2. So it'd be 2. Place it on this card. During the end of day phase in which you are occupying a peaceful landmark, each adventurer may remove 1 HP chip from this card by either discarding 1 item or skipping their rest phase. After the final chip is removed, complete the quest. Each adventurer may gain 5 tenacity. You may draw 2 side quests, and you may choose 1 to accept. If you're in Valenwood, also gain the word resistance. If you are on an Outer Watch quest, your reputation helps you channel aid, and even most likely reaches Tamriel. You may perform the above effect even when you are occupying okay, well, we're not. We're in the Mages Guild. Robber Baron. A Cruelty Nord merchant offers a bounty on the notoriously sticky-fingered group of ruffians roaming the region. Be careful, she warns. They'll pick your pockets even as they cross your blades. Travel to the unstable landmark. Initiate the following clash instead of rolling an encounter for the day. When deploying enemies, use as many enemies or skull enemies as possible. All skull enemies gain the skill Steal. Each time an adventurer discards an item due to steal, place an HP chip on this card. If this counter is failed, discard this quest. If the counter is successful, complete this quest, gain 2 XP. Then each adventurer may remove up to 2 dice from their cooldown tracks for each HP chip on this card. And it's a conquer. So if we did this early, enough, then there really wouldn't be a lot of guys in here yet. The problem is, yeah, the weight is 4, 6 out of 5. Yeah. The problem is we still don't have a weapon. All we have is this basic attacking stuff going on, which kind of sucks. I really wanted the weapon, but we didn't get the weapon in the first go. Now we could go over here to South Point, make our way there and talk to their trainer. What do I need to do? Unstable. So this is an unstable landmark there. So we could get there in one turn. Right now we're at 2 XP, meaning there'd only be 2 guys we'd have to fight. Yeah, well, let's do it. I mean, it'll make something for this stream anyways. All right, so we have a quest. That's it. That was our town phase. So all of this goes back in there. That stays there. Mage's quest. Where do I want to put this so I don't lose it? I don't need it until we have to go back to town again. All right, so now we are going to do our overland phase. Movement is what I always forget. Movement is what I always forget. All right, so. Oh, hang on, forgot. So we did complete our town phase. We do need to draw a card because we have to do this symbol on the bottom, which is going to bring that one up. All right, put these back. Back. All right. And now we are on day 2. And it says it wants us to go do our other thing by day 4. So it wants us to be here by day 4. So we have to get XP. I mean, you can't just go there. So, yeah. So overland phase, new day, overland phase, 35. All right. We can move. Party has a movement of 3. They can move up to 3 additional hexes. Note that some provinces affect, like Black Marsh. This is the first day of your session. The party must remain in the starting location, resolve the town encounter, which we did. Fatigue and movement. After using its base overland movement, they can gain a fatigue. For each additional hex they move, they gain 1 fatigue. There's no light fatigue. Yeah. Okay. So let's go do our encounter. Why not? I mean, it's only the beginning of the game. Let's go ahead and lose right off the bat. All right. So let's slide you over. See if I can do this without losing our influence markers. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. All right. So now we need to set up our adventure. Where'd our adventure card go? There it is. All right. So normally you would roll a die to see what happened. Well, normally we'd roll a die. The die would tell us what we're going to do. Same. It would say, okay, we get a traveling caravan, peaceful, or conflict. But because our quest specifically said travel to an unstable landmark and then initiate the following, that's what we're doing. So we need this tile, so we're good. We need this, we're good. right? We need 2 regular treasures. 2. We need 1 legendary treasure, right? And then we need to build our pool. Since our XP is at 2, that means we're going to draw 2 level 1s, right? So the first one we have is a Argonian Bandit. 3 for her, and she starts here. Unfortunately, she has ranged. And then we